The sport minister or the government is trying to interfere with Otto Addo because they have been calling for his sack for a very long time. I don't know why they want him sacked. I don't know. I think that if they have gone to the World Cup with this same coach, I believe that there are so many things that the coach could have corrected during the World Cup.
I think African coach are being decimated by the color of our skin, and we are being decimated by fellow blacks. And I think it's so disheartening and so bad.
Otto Addo has been sacked. I don't know the reason why they sacked him. Is it because he did not qualify for the Nations Cup? I don't know. Or is it because he lost to Germany and Austria in the friendlies? I don't know. Barely few months to the World Cup, they sacked Otto Addo. What is your take about it?
There have been issues ongoing in the Ghana Football Association. First of all, Kofi Adams, the sport minister, have been interfering somehow. In Africa, yeah, we always have problems in terms of interference because most especially these things always happen when you have a local coach coaching the national team. Now, Otto Addo has been coaching the team. Kofi Adams have publicly criticized this man that he did not qualify them for the Nations Cup, and that even before this match against Germany and Austria, this man openly said publicly that matches should be approached, whether they are friendlies or not, they should be approached with that winning mentality. But now I have a problem here, because if you are sacking this man 72 days before the World Cup, we only have 2 friendly matches or 2 international games to be played before the World Cup. Now there are many countries. Spain in 2010, before the World Cup, they were not playing well in all their friendly. Most times friendly matches are not meant to be won, but for experimental purposes, to check out 1 or 2 things in your team. And as a coach, I believe that if this man was not sacked, I still feel that maybe yes, he will have learned from this, because as to him now, he feels like he's already playing his World Cup. So definitely before getting to the main World Cup, he has already learned that okay, I paired also defend that they did not play well in the last game against Austria or Germany, so therefore I'm going to change formation. But a coach you are bringing in again now is starting afresh. And now again, there was a time the assistant coach of Sudan, Jose Fosu, publicly said that Ayew should not be invited to the national team anymore. But the sport minister was saying that if I am the coach, I'm going to invite Ayew to the national team. We all know that Ayew is old. No doubt Ayew plays for NAC Breda for Netherlands currently now. But then what the sport minister said was that people who have served our land, who have served our nation, that they deserve some kind of, something like that. But now so going to the World Cup, yes, a kind of compensation now. So now, to me, I feel like allegedly that the sport minister or the government is trying to interfere with Otto Addo, because they have been calling for his sack for a very long time. I don't know why they want him sacked. I don't know. But now, if you check the game they have played, it has not been a bad one as far as I'm concerned. If you check, Ghana played Germany. That is the last game. They lost 2-1. Germany placed 10th in world ranking, whereas Ghana placed 72 in world. Now, they are playing Austria. They lost to Austria. Austria is 24th in the world. Now they played Japan around November. Japan is 19th in the world. They played South Korea. South Korea is 22nd in the world.
They are all ahead of Ghana.
They are all ahead of Ghana. Ghana is 72 now. Ghana going to the World Cup. The group of Ghana in the World Cup. England is 4th in the world. Croatia is 11th in the world. Panama 33rd in the world. Now Ghana is 72nd in the world. Now if you check now, these friendly matches they have played now, it's not a bad one. They can lose. This is high quality friendly matches. High quality friendly. That is what they need, because all these players that play this kind of matches, they have learned a whole lot. Look at the players like Semenyo and the rest playing against a team like Germany, playing against a team like Austria. Yes, you might doubt and say, okay, maybe they use their second ball. This is Germany, and okay, look at how they progress in the match against South Korea. They lost 1-0. Against Japan, they lost 2-0. Not that bad. Now, coming to Austria, they lost 5-1 last few days. Now, coming to Germany, now in Germany, they now lost 2-1. It's not a bad result. So if they lost 2-1 to Germany, whether they play defensively or not, it does not matter. But what matters is that they are getting something tangible out of this man. Unlike going to play Jordan or going to play Rwanda or going to play Zimbabwe. So these quality matches, teams that you can compete with in the World Cup, and you will still lose against these teams in the World Cup. So if Ghana can play against these teams in the World Cup build-up, I feel like it's a very good step to their World Cup preparation.
To be like a corrective measure
yes,
as they've lost.
But now, the government and Kofi Adams and the rest, they are not patient. Maybe there's something political about it, because now, who are the coaches? They want to apply now. They want to sign Kwesi Persia from Sudan as well. The same coach that they said he was not good. Now they want to bring back because why? He's doing so well in Sudan now. And now they are seeing Renard Ab also, one of these coaches too. Yes, Averena too. They want to bring him in. Now, these coaches, now, if you bring them in now, are you not going to interfere with their job? Now, how many matches, how many preparations do you know? To coach national team is one of the biggest problems for many coaches. Many coaches don't like to coach national team. That is why the likes of Jose Mourinho said they don't want to coach national team. Why? Because you have limited time to train with your boy. You don't have enough time to implement everything that you want. So now, Ghana might have a very poor and bad World Cup because if they have left it, I don't know, it's a 50-50 game. It's a gambling. They are taking a very big risk. They might employ a new coach and go and do it. But I believe with the caliber of players that the Ghanaians have at their disposal, whether they lost these matches or not, I think that if they have gone to the World Cup with this same coach, I believe that there are so many things that the coach could have corrected during the World Cup.
It's just barely 72 days to the Mundial, to the World Cup. And Otto Addo has been sacked. He has been relieved of the job as a Ghana coach, given the disastrous performance of his friendly games, losing to Germany 2-1, Austria 5-1, and before then he has lost to Korea and Japan 1-0 and 2-0 respectively. But being a player do not make you, an ex-player do not actually exclusively make you a better coach. Don't forget, he has never held a very good position as a coach. He has always been an assistant to the Borussia Dortmund setup, and as well a youth a scout and all of that. But a lot of fans and critics has actually named a lot of factors why he must be sacked. You understand? Given the fact that he didn't qualify for the AFCON, right? Considering the fact that as well he has lost about 4 matches back to back. But another thing that is noteworthy of is the team he has played and lost to, right? Germany, Austria, Korea, and Japan. They are good teams. They are heavyweights. We see a lot of African countries that plays friendly match with some African countries or countries that do not have footballing culture or history, so to speak. But this country that Ghana have played, they are countries that are rooted in football over the years. Are you getting? And they have class of players. Another thing that is noteworthy again in the Ghana national team, don't forget, sometimes a coach may just come into a team and have the right set and the right mix of players. It happened in Super Eagles where Clemens Westphal between 1989 and 1995 had a good set of players. 1996 as well, Johannes Bonfrey, yes, inherited classic players. Just what was remaining for these coaches were selection process in which at least they tried giving their coaching philosophy and went with the right players and won the Nations Cup and the Atlanta Olympics respectfully. But if you look at the Ghana team now, Ghana team do not actually have the right mix of players. I can only pick like 2 or 3 players from that Ghana team. The Semenyo, the guy playing for Tottenham Hotspur. And Partey. Just 3 players or 4 that are, let's just say, they are somehow above average. Are you get what I'm trying to say in the Ghanaian national team? So you expect more of this. But however, the teams they lost to, don't forget, this is just a tune-up match to the World Cup. I wouldn't know why the Ghana national team has sacked him. That is where, that's another angle again, looking at black coaches coaching in their national team. So the question now, if it was to be a white man, would it have been relieved of his job? That's another question again. But though a lot of critics says his poor performance is one of the issues, they talk about his tactical failures, that the way he field the players, there are some players he put on the bench that ordinarily were supposed to be on the pitch of play. So that's one thing about coaching. The job of a coach, essentially, hiring and firing. If you perform well, even though you put the wrong players and you go with many critics from the fans, but if those players actually give you results, they see you as a coach that have actually applied the right formation or the right formula and actually win a match. But so far so good. He has been relieved of his job. The next question is 72 days to the World Cup. He has just been sacked about a few hours ago. 72 days to the World Cup. Who is going to be the coach? Are they going to pick an interim coach, or they are going to pick a coach that will be on the dugout for the Ghana to the World Cup? Now, who is the coach they want to pick? What is his coaching philosophy? How can he make up a Ghana team that will be able to compete in 72 days' time? Don't forget, this week now, the players are going back to their various clubs. Are you getting it? So in the next 2 months or thereabouts, we are about entering the month of April. The next 2 months, the World Cup will kick off. How many friendly matches will he play? It's the same boys that he's going to bring. So what we're talking here is that the new coach that is going to come with maybe a kind of a tactics. But the coach have not been with the players for all I care. Is he going to provide a tactics that is going to make Ghana give a sterling performance in the World Cup? That is the question mark. But all the same, I wish Ghana all the best.
Albert, I think in my own opinion that sacking Otto Addo is a very wrong move now. You understand me? at least he's using all these friendlies to correct or probably select the best team he will take to the World Cup. And the Ghana FA now have come out to sack him. Now looking to employ Alverena with the other one Chima has mentioned, or Kwesi. Do you think that's a good move for them?
I don't think, for footballing reason, I don't think it's a move. It's a good. There's a Chinese proverb that said the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. I think African coach are being decimated by the color of our skin. And we're being decimated by fellow blacks. And I think it's so disheartening and so bad, right? An African man with his level of professionalism, he has played football, went to acquire all his certificate and all of that, have his experience and come have a job here in Africa. Especially, most times, those coaches come to coach their own nation, but they will be decimated. You have an issue with sport minister. Now, this thing that is happening now with the sport minister of Ghana, Kofi Idi. Now, the issue could be political. The issue could be do as I say. The issue could be play players I want you to play. Yeah. But if you were to be a white man, it wouldn't have been like that. And if you were to be a white man, you wouldn't have sacked that white man, even though you had lost 4 matches, because you respect the color of the skin. I don't know when we are going to leapfrog this kind of mentality and lifestyle, because there was a time there was slavery in which the United Nations had even come out to say about 2 days ago that slavery is an insult to humanity.
Are you likening this to slavery?
Yeah, it's part of it. Why? Because the white man you want to bring, I said it, even though a white man will lose 6 of these matches, you won't. We've seen a lot of issues like that in Africa. Why is it that Otto is a friendly game? It's a tune-up game to the World Cup. Are you getting it? The country like Brazil in 2002, they played a lot of matches. Even 2002 World Cup, right? Brazil, it was a whiskers they qualified for that World Cup, but they came all ahead to win the World Cup. This is a friendly match. He's trying to tune up his player. He's trying to know his player. Then why are you sacking him barely 72 days? That is to say, the football is not rocket science, as a matter of fact. So which coach are you going to bring? Do you want to go and win the World Cup? That's on that question mark. Do you want to go and win the World Cup, or you want to go and make a mark? Yes, no doubt. All the teams qualify for the World Cup. They want to go and make a mark, or you ask them, they'll say they want to go and win the trophy. But it's not an easy run. But why are you sacking a coach that has been there for a period of time, 72 days, barely 72 days to the World Cup? You are sacking him. I don't think it makes any sense. It's owing to the fact that this man is a black man. Okay, now fans are saying, and some critics, some fans, they say they didn't qualify for the Nations Cup. Nigeria didn't qualify for World Cup. They didn't qualify for Nations Cup. So it's a role of the cosmic dice. You don't expect every coach that comes to qualify you for everything. So he has qualified them for the World Cup, which is the biggest soccer event in the world. So he has qualified them. He's played the friendly matches. He's lost some friendly matches. So friendly matches is just a tune-up game for you to be able to know what you are going to encounter in the ultimate tournament. But now he has been sacked. I don't think there's any coach they're going to bring 2 Mourinho to that team. I don't think they can even get to the quarter-final stage. It's a wrong decision.
Chima, for now, the qualities of players they have in Ghana, I don't think they're up to the level of other players they have in other countries like Senegal compared to Senegal. You understand me?
Senegal is not the only best team in Africa. Senegal has so many players. Senegal has so many players in Europe. Ghana, look at this match against Germany. We have players like Jordan Ayew. He plays for Leicester City. We have players like Partey in Villarreal. He played here. Anthony Semenyo played. So we have good players in this team. Good players that plays in. If you check most of these players, they play in Europe. So definitely, if you have this kind of player, sometimes even the coach might not be the biggest impact in this kind of teams. So these players are good enough to perform in the World Cup.
But the formation he played against Germany was a kind of.
It does not matter about the formation. Even if you play defensive game against so many big teams in Europe, they can beat you 4-5-0 with your defensive play. But look at now, before the AFCON, Nigeria team were not playing well, but they went to the AFCON and they performed very well. If Nigeria team has played the way they played in the AFCON, they would have qualified for the World Cup. But they did not do that. Now, if you check now, there are so many things that's supposed to be put in place in terms of this Ghana national team. A code that qualified you for the World Cup. Now you are sacking him because he lost high-profile matches to countries like this that have listed, which is also bad. If these games have been against Zimbabwe, Rwanda, or the rest like that, then I will have had the problem with that. But now it's not a game against smaller teams. It's a game against high-profile nations like this. So I feel like playing against this team, the man deserves some kind of time, because South Africa now did not perform in the AFCON, but they still left to go bruised because of the World Cup, because they are checking that if you have to sack this man and bring in new coach before the World Cup, what time will that coach have to prepare? So Ghana
might be looking at the skin color according to Abba.
That is one of the biggest challenges we are having in Africa. So because now Ghana might be making the biggest mistake in their destiny now, because now yes, so that is a very bad one. But maybe it might still pay out well for them. I don't know. But as far as I'm concerned, right now, it's one of the biggest mistakes Ghana are making currently.
Abba, what advice do you have for Ghana FA?
I don't have any advice for Ghana FA. For any nation that want to mix up politics into things that
In
has to
football.
do with entertainment, football, table tennis, or whatsoever. And don't forget, all these sports are related to millions and millions of lives. So any nation that think politics and these things are both intertwined, they are going to the drains of setback. So if Ghana want to go ahead, let them go ahead. If they want to allow football be football, let them allow football be football.
Chima, any other thing to say?
Nothing much.
Ghana FA, I will advise you guys, the sacking of Otto Addo is very, very wrong at this time. You did it at the wrong time. But I would say fans at home, subscribe, likes, and share. God bless you all.